Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of the New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. As we're still in the year 2020, so it's the Summer Struggle Tour, and it's going to be a 9-show tour, a little bit of a longer tour compared to what we just did at the Dominion Tour, but the Summer Struggle Tour, looking to right the wrongs that we had throughout kind of the earlier part of the series, and now we're looking to get some great matches going and get everything rocking and rolling for King of Pro Wrestling and Wrestling Dynasty, and then obviously, Wrestle Dynasty, rather. I don't know why I keep on wanting to call it Wrestling Dynasty. Wrestle Dynasty, and then also, of course, the G1 that's happened. So it's kind of weird. Obviously, any normal year, we're at the G1, or at least we'd be preparing into the G1. Not so fast, at least for this 2020 year. Got a unique schedule, and obviously we'll change it all around once we're back into the swing of things. Hopefully everything goes well with this Summer Struggle Tour. As we just go through the tour goals. As the first tour goal, Jesus, as I get ready for this long ass tour. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot happening, and really a lot of the matches we can't really build up towards, because on one hand, it doesn't really need to be built up in some cases. In others, we only have like a certain limited amount of time we have the person, so we can't really use that to our advantage. So it should be interesting, at least these tour dates, these Road 2 shows, as we're going to schedule a Yuji Nagata and a Jado and Geto retirement show, as they're both going to retire, or all three are going to retire, as, I think Jado and Geto's are first. I think that's happening before the King of Pro Wrestling Tour, so that's actually going to happen next episode. We'll be having that. And then Nagata's is happening after King of Pro Wrestling, like week 3 of August, somewhere around there. So it's, sucks to have Nagata be gone. That's a tough one to lose. He's the man, and obviously he still is like a part of New Japan, obviously, as we're recording this in October of 2021, so very early that we're losing Yuji Nagata. But, it's a damn shame. Blue Justice, he's going to be with us forever. And then Jado and Geto, it's Jado and Geto, I think just as far as in my heart, they'll always have a special place. But, right now, in 2020, we don't really need them. And especially in 2021, they barely have any in-ring times. They're basically, semi-retired now. So that one's, I can deal with that one. That makes sense. As then the third tour goal, gonna book Suzuki Gun versus Golden Ace and Taguchi for the never openweight 6-man tag belts at some point of the tour. That's maybe we'll kick off the tour with that. It's an idea. As it'll probably be like Suzuki, Zack, and then Despy. Makes sense there. As we're gonna we turned off crowd burnout. So this is maybe, something that's a bit, I would say, tough to determine, crowd burnout. Because on one hand, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of shows where I think having a co-main, where it's not really a co-main, it's more of a cool down before the main, I think that makes a lot of sense in so many cases. But in a lot of different cases, a lot of big event shows, i.e. Wrestle Kingdom, especially Wrestle Kingdom 11, where you have Shibata, Goto, Hiromu, and Kushida, and then you have Naito, Tanahashi, and of course the main event, Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada. 4 incredible matches, like back to back to back to back, and the crowd was not burnt out. And, that to me was like a sign of like, you don't need to do like a cool down match or anything like that. And for New Japan, it's very tough, because I think that hurt us a lot at the Dominion card, obviously, because of the crowd being cooled down. That hurt the main event rating. And especially with kind of how I book, I'm someone that's like, I'm trying to throw together the best card I can. And that crowd's going to be with it. You know what I mean? That's just kind of, in my opinion, I don't think the crowd would be burned out. Especially the Japanese Pro Wrestling crowd, where they're not being like, rambunctious for, hours and hours. They're pretty chill up until, the shit gets going type of deal. for any New Japan show or any New Japan match where it's kind of towards the end they start losing their minds, unless it's something crazy, of course, where it's like a Wrestle Kingdom where everybody's on edge. But even then, crowd doesn't get burnt out. That co-main event from Wrestle Kingdom 11, one of the most emotionally draining scenes I've ever seen. As far as just the crowd wanted Hiroshi Tanahashi to win so fucking bad, and he loses, and it's just people were crying in the crowd, and yet they still had enough energy for that main event. So it's just kind of stuff like that where I think crowd burnout is such a tough thing to determine, because really I think it's more of a region thing, more or less than a like an all around encompassing thing. And also WrestleMania 17, sure, that was in 2001, that was almost 20 years ago, but still, that crowd is nuts, and they're all for everything on the card, and it's one of the best Manias ever. That didn't have a cooldown, so there's just times where it's like, that makes sense, and there's other times where it's like, that doesn't really make sense, so I just turned it off, and there's that was my piece on why I turned it off. Just feel like for Japanese pro wrestling, you could turn that off, and I think it's accurate and it's fair. It's my opinion. As number 5, the last tour goal, turning New Japan Strong to a B show helped tremendously. Yeah, I mean, I should have done that from the beginning. That was my bad. I fucked up there. I just didn't cross my mind. I was like, oh yeah, that probably should be a B show. Just making it, and figured that we could still save it. Definitely couldn't save it. Definitely should have been a B show from the beginning, and we probably wouldn't have lost so much pop, but that's okay. We'll now get it back, and we'll be able to hopefully get into at least maybe big range as far as size-wise of our company, hopefully in 2021. Hopefully. Because at this point, it was looking like we were going down. We were going to somehow lose and go into small by the time we get to 2021, the way we were booking. But now, we're saved. We should be fine now. So the card for the Summer Struggle in Jingu Stadium, the main event for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. The U.S. champion, Kenta, looks to become a 2-time champion. He's not going to be, Tetsuya Naito's not going to be the only double champ. Kenta wants to be double champion, so that's why it's going to be for the Intercontinental title and not for the Heavyweight title. Of course, Kenta just faced Naito, if you all remember, back to 2020 at the New Beginning show. So I didn't want to have him face him for the Heavyweight title again. I just felt like it'd be a fun main event in Jinju Stadium to have Kenta Naito. Should be very, very fun. And the co-main for the Never Openweight title, Hiroshi Tanahashi is going to take on Minoru Suzuki. Of course, these two men, no strangers to each other. They have had some of the greatest matches of all time. Great co-main event here. Suzuki looking to get the Never Openweight title, and Hiroshi Tanahashi looking to start his reign off with a successful defense in the co-main. And, that Never Openweight title has probably co-main evented the most amount of, events that we've had as far as, big-time events. We're not talking, Road to shows, but, actual, the finals of the tour, those shows. He's definitely, the Never Openweight title has definitely probably been the co-main 9 times out of 10. And that's definitely, it's kind of weird, because obviously, double champ Naito, usually the Intercontinental title is right there, but because of Naito sometimes being in the main event, defending either the Intercontinental or the Heavyweight title, it's elevated, I think, in my opinion, the Openweight title, and it's great. I love to see it. As the tag team title matchup, Mexa Blood of Bandito and Flamita are going to take on the Heavyweight champs. So, Mexa Blood, obviously they just were Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They're not moving up full time. This is a one-time, they're looking to shock the world as Summer Struggle in Jinju Stadium. This is what they're wanting to do. They're wanting to stop the Chaotic Pitbulls, and I think it'll be a pretty fun match. Very much a contrast of styles, with 2 juniors and 2 hard-hitting heavyweights. But it should be pretty fun, though, hopefully. Hopefully their styles can somewhat mesh, and, I think really, it would be interesting. I would love to see, Tomohiro Ishii and Goto as, bases for a lot of stuff that Bandito and Flamita would do if this match would ever happen. I think it'd be very intriguing. It'd be a different type of match, and I think probably the purist will probably hate this match, as far as the philosophy behind it, to kind of have it be a different type of match and a different type of heavyweight tag team title matchup. But I'm standing behind it. I think this will be a great match, and I think it's a fun little change of pace too. As the next matchup, it's a singles match, special type of singles match. Brody Lee taking on Jon Moxley. Of course, these 2 minutes. So obviously, Jon just lost the U.S. title to Kenta at Dominion, and Brody just beat Jay White at a special singles match. So having 2 back-to-back special singles matches for Brody might be a little too much, especially with the G1 happening around the corner. You don't want to throw away too many big-time singles matches. But for this one, really the story is those two, in the mod right now, feuding over in AEW, and now, they're having a match, not only in AEW, but over here as well in New Japan. As I just felt like that was just a fun little match idea and a fun story behind it. And it should be, it's pretty much like halfway point on the card, so it's technically a mid-card match, which is crazy to think about, but it should be a fun match though. Obviously Brody and Mox, they get around 60s, around that point as far as rating wise, so it might be a 70, might be, depends on if they have chemistry boost and whatnot. As for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, is our next matchup. So Rey Fenix, challenger, going to take on Taiji Shimoi. So we got kind of a champion versus champion matchup, as obviously Phoenix, the junior heavyweight tag team champion, one half of the tag champs, obviously the Pentagon Junior. And then Taiji Shimoi, guy who just beat Hiromu for the belt at Dominion, so he's looking to have his first defense. And that should be a very fun match, though. I mean, obviously, I would kill to see this in real life. This would be incredible. They would have quite the banger of a matchup, in my opinion, and that needs to happen. Ghetto, fucking make it happen, Jado, Del Ghetto, bring him over, bring over Rey Fenix. Someone get in his ear and make it happen, because that would be amazing. And then the last special singles matchup that we're going to talk about, at least for the graphic, it's a special junior heavyweight singles matchup. The Show taking on Hiromu Takahashi. Of course, Hiromu, when he was still champion during the Best Super Juniors, lost to Show in a singles matchup. And that is going to be quite a fun little junior match for Show, and Hiromu can get another win over Hiromu, and then go on to having a title match with either Ishimori or Rey Fenix, depending on how that goes. As then, the rest of the card. So, this match obviously is not happening. It's Roppongi 3K versus Francesco and Eagles. Thought about doing a little Chaos Junior Heavyweight Tag match, but obviously we're doing Show and Hiromu now. So, we're going to get rid of that. We'll keep Francesco and Eagles on the card for now, but that might get scrapped entirely. But to kick off the actual show, it will be Pentagon Jr. and El Phantasmo. Obviously, Phoenix and Ishimori are in a match, so figured might as well just have Pentagon Jr. and El Phantasmo in a singles match. So, kind of a weird show as far as very much the opposite of what New Japan usually does, especially in the undercard. There's no six-mans on the card. There's one tag match, as far as undercard-wise, and then an actual tag team title matchup. A lot of singles matches, which is very unlike New Japan. And that's what that is with a purpose. I tried to change it up, make this Summer Struggle show mean something, especially when it's supposed to be during the G1, in the normal time, just to kind of showcase that. And also hype that up, because the King of Pro Wrestling Tour is going to be interesting, as we'll get into that, obviously, in the next episode. And then, obviously, when we have the G1 happening, that's going to be, all hands on deck scenario there for that. And hopefully we can have a great G1, and just kind of going forward, we're trying to get guys better, too, at the same time. And give the undercard, give those juniors a nice chance to have some great matches as well. So that's just kind of the thought process behind the Summer Struggle show in Jinju Stadium. And plus, it's in Jinju Stadium. I want it to feel like it's a big-time event as well. So really not a lot of filler on that undercard. I want a lot of matches to matter. It was kind of the thought process behind all that. And so, yeah, that's where we're at. So we have 7 other 8 matches booked up. Not bad. Not bad for the start of a 9-day tour. And hopefully by the end, we'll figure out what's going to happen in that undercard. If we're going to do somebody else against Francesco and Eagles, or we're just going to scrap that entirely and do something else. We have a lot of different options as far as that goes. But yeah, let's go on to the first day here. And actually, before we do, it's just the New Japan Strong that happened. So yeah, after I ran the show, I was like, okay, it works because we didn't lose Pop, didn't lose it, we didn't gain it, which is fine. I'll take that over losing Pop like every show. As the opener was Fred Yehai and Gavin McGavin, which got a 24 because they didn't have any Pop. Because actually, they both did 37s. This should have done the same as this. They just didn't have any Pop in America. That's fine. The next matchup, 6-man tag of Wasteland, J.R. Kratos and Connor and Victor Kratos, taking on Lee Moriarty and the Crime Time Players. As I want to say Fred took the fall there. Could be wrong though, because yeah, he was the best guy in the match. But Lee Moriarty did better than Jason Paul and J.R. Kratos, which is hilarious, and even Victor Kratos. So that's great for Lee Moriarty. He's getting better already. And then the main event, 8-man tag of Dark Order and Bullet Club, just to kind of end the Bullet Club Dark Order thing for now, as the 8-man. I forget who pinned who, just off the top of my head, but obviously there, Brody was going to carry that one, and everybody else getting dragged to the finish. I felt like John Cena was going to do better than that, but he only got a 40. I think Ishimori was the second best guy. Jay White was like way down there with a 42. Not great. Not great at all for Jay White there. But we'll see what happens on this tour. And hopefully, nobody gets injured. Hopefully, everything goes well. Looks like they got us at the differ. I'll take it. As we'll just go ahead and do that 6-man. We'll add that to the card. That'll be for the best. So we're not switching all over the place. It's Golden Ace. It's Taguchi. Taking on Menorah Suzuki. Zack Sabre Jr. Not Zachary Wentz. And El Desperado. And it's gonna go 25 in total. 22 as far as the match goes. And then we're gonna have Minoru Suzuki. Pin Tanahashi. That's big. that's big time. And we have a new never openly 6-man champions. So I thought about doing Despy beating Taguchi, but I was like, let's have it just be Suzuki beating him. God damn, Suzuki's pissed. Or Tanahashi's pissed rather. Yeah, he's got a lot of pop to lose there. Oh my god. Alright. Fuck it. We can do it. We'll be alright. We can pay him off. Tanahashi just being a real pain in the ass. But that's new champs for Suzuki-gun. New never overweight 6-man champs. As man, I can't believe, those belts have now changed hands 3 times already? Which is actually kind of small, as when you think of the grand scheme of things, but still. As we, I think that's a nice win for Suzuki-gun, too. They really haven't had a lot of success so far in the mod, so we'll give them some love there in that match. So, next thing we're going to do, Super Island Destroyers, Cobb and Hanare, get them on the card. Yeah, Tomato Juice. I think we've done this before. We haven't. We've never done this match. Wow. Pretty fun, tag match for mid-card matches specifically. So we're going to have Juice beat Hanare. Nice win for Tomato Juice. That was all that's right. We gave him 16. Slow build it. So we need something to go between the main and Tomato Juice and Super Island Destroyers. Go right back to a tag match. Not a bad idea. So if we can get Okada on the card since he just, he just lost in the main, the Naito. Not a bad idea. Boy, we could do, Okada. And, let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is not an idea. Evil and Okada. And then we'll have Show and Hiromu. There we go. Yeah, that's a co-main. So I forgot they're called the Next Generation in this mod. we'll just gonna stop that and change that. As they're just gonna be Los Ingobernables 3. That's yeah. Yeah, that's for the best there. There we go. So we're gonna have Hiromu actually beat Sho here. Probably for the best, you know, all things considered. 20 minutes, that might be a little too long of a match. But, actually, let's bump it down a little bit. 19. There we go. As, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much set as far as the top part of the card. Now we're gonna go with the bottom of the card. I do want to try calming the crowd, so that way we don't have to do a technical masterclass to kick it off every time. Just to try, just for variety reasons. You know, that way I can at least have some type of wiggle room and a little bit more just creatively doing stuff different. So, trying to think here. I do want to, yeah, let's have a young lion take a fall. We can do Coughlin. We haven't really used him. Yeah, we haven't used him in at least since May. Probably Alex Coughlin versus Fred Rosser's not a terrible idea. Yeah, there we go. Not the worst idea. Get him a win, you know, at the same time also, you know, giving him credibility, because I don't think he's won, like, anything. So we'll have that. So that's gonna open up the show, which is not great, but we'll bump down time to 8 minutes. So it's not like we'll need any help calming down the crowd, but we'll do it anyways. We'll have let's see here. I'm trying to think what would be the best case scenario. Boy oh boy. Just blanking. I think throw Doki. Yeah, let's do Doki and Bushi. Just as a match. Yeah, we'll just calm the crowd. And then we'll, now we'll do our technical masterclass. Well, let's see, what would be a good, like, technical masterclass idea? Because I was thinking just doing, either El Phantasmo, or, Ishimori and El Phantasmo against, like, somebody, you know, somebody at least that has pretty good technical skills. Because obviously, like, it's like Lucha Brothers would make so much sense, but I don't want to throw that match out there at this point on the card. Just kind of wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess Alex Reynolds and John Silver could work in theory. Yeah, I guess we could do it, because, like, Ishimori can do it. A little bit. Oh, it's not gonna be great. I mean, it's not gonna be the best thing in the world. This probably won't go over well. But we're gonna obviously give Ishimori the win. Alex Reynolds can take the fall. Not the greatest thing in the world. Not great. And we're doing an analysis. Oh yeah, we need to steal the show. That probably. Oh, this. So, I mean, this is certainly an idea. But we'll do this. Yeah. There we go. Just an idea, and we'll have this steal the show instead. And now we'll have this calm the crowd. See if that works. Yeah, and I think that'll be it as far as the card goes. See what happens. Yep, still a shit. Yeah, I mean, should have known. Should have just kept it off. But that's alright. It takes a lot of tooling sometimes to really get it working. But I mean, this match is a 43. It's Shimoi pinning Alex Reynolds with the yes lock. I need to change that. But Shimoi, still pretty well for a techno masterclass where it really doesn't suit him well. Not bad. Anyways, we get a 46. We're starting to get out of that slump. It's Bushi with the Firebird Splash on Doki at 13.29. It's a 50 for Bushi, 37 for Doki. 53 here is Jeff Cobb's injury takes a toll, but Juice carrying this one as Juice pinning Toanari, the freshly squeezed. So yeah, Kaiju D'Amato was almost in the 50s. Love to see that. Juice Robinson killing it still. Good stuff for the Differ. It's a 66 co-main as L.I.J. beating Okada and Sho. Hiromu tapping out Sho with the triangle choke. So Okada carrying this one. Good stuff. And the main event's a 62. But we have new champs. It's Menorah Suzuki tapping out Hiroshi Tanahashi with a sleeper. Yep, Tanahashi was the best guy in the match, but that's alright. Has to take the fall there. Suzuki, Zack, and Despy. Never openweight 6-man champs. I mean, it's a bit of a step down, but not a drastic step down, where they're somewhat similar. Zack and Kota Ibushi, there's just only a 4-point difference. Really, it's when Tanahashi is so much better than Suzuki, and also Taguchi so much better than Despy. But still, it's the never openweight 6-man tag belts. Not the most prestigious things in the world. Grease or Pop, though. How about that? Somehow, some way. Grease and Pop. You love to see it. On to day 2 of the Summer Struggle Tour. Alright, day 2, Summer Struggle Tour. Definitely not going to run Differ again. Change it up. They haven't ran here since, I guess, I'm trying to think where ran him since May. Yeah, Okayama Mirror Hall. That works for me. Okay, so we're going to do that tag match of the junior heavyweight tag team titles being on the line. Lucha Brothers versus Taiji Shimoi and El Phantasmo. It's not going to be the main, but it's probably going to be the co-main. Here we go. It's a 25 there. So we're going to have Phoenix pin Taiji Shimoi. We're just pissing off everybody. Just pissing everybody off. And so I'll go ahead and keep him strong. So I'm assuming that's what's going to be needed. Just to also lead into Phoenix having an actual chance of beating Taiji Shimoi. Well, he took it. There we go. Good shit there. As then we'll see what we can do as far as the main event goes. Do an 8-man. We can do, just to kind of continue the Suzuki-gun, Tanahashi, Lion Mark, kind of with Taguchi as well, type of team. Or I guess, kind of mini feud, if you will. So we'll do Minoru Suzuki, Sexy Jr., throw Taichi out there, and then we'll have Despy out there again. So we're going to have Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kota Ibushi, Juice Robinson, and Kaiju D'Amato. We could do something like that, as far as having Taichi and Despy take on Juice and Kaiju D'Amato. That could be fun. That's something for Summer Struggle. There we go. Hey, we got it. We figured it out. As, or at least maybe we'll do it somewhere on this tour, and maybe not at Summer Struggle. Either way, that's probably going to be the main event there. As I'm going to have Tanahashi beat Suzuki this time, just to get that win back. There we go. Oh, Suzuki's upset. My God. No one wants to lose. Hey, listen, I get it, brothers. I know no one wants to lose on the tour date. There we go. But fuck, we got a story to tell. Alright. So, yeah, I like that main and co-main. We'll see what else we got. As far as, what else we can do. So I want to do... Let's do Fale. And GOD. So then we'll have Evil, Sonata, and Shingo. Not the greatest, but if we done, I was say we'd never done this before. Just something different, just to give Evil a win, more or less, after taking some losses, getting him a win. That's the thing, because like Summer Struggle, like Shingo's not on the card, Bushi's on the card. There's a lot of big, I think basically all of LIJ, besides obviously Hiromu and Naito, aren't on the card, and there's a lot of people missing. You just want to kind of protect them and put them over. And so I think now we can go with kind of some underneath stuff. Just we'll do a tag. Do 10 Koji. Or actually, maybe not 10 Koji. Maybe the Super Island Destroyers against Ox Coughlin and Clark Connors. Jeff Cobb still got that injured finger. So we'll let this be the technical masterclass. This could be the opener. So we'll have Toa Inari get the win. They'll beat Connors. This is gonna be a shit show. Gonna be a shit show. And now kind of everything else we can have fall into place. Do a tag match. Let's do Brody, Black Taurus. That might be a little too big, actually. We'll save that for the next episode, or not the next episode, the next show. We're gonna do Brody and Taurus against Kingston and Homicide. Just feel like that makes sense to do. We'll throw something else at him though. For now, we still got So we got Gresham. He still isn't great in pop. Figure something out for him. It's like him and Gavin McGavin's intriguing. Just it's not gonna work, but it's just an intriguing match. We could do. Yeah, we could do. That's another good match. I was gonna have Roppongi 3K and Hiromu and Bushi, but I think that's gonna be another next show match. So let's think of something else. So we got Dave Finley Jr. He's not really doing anything. His pop's not great. He can probably put over somebody. Just a thought. Just a thought. Yeah, that's not, well, we could do, we do have, as far as, like, a junior heavyweight tag match. So, Pungi 3K, Sho and Yo, Robbie Eagles, and Akira Francesco. Which is, I wanted to do it at Summer Struggle, but I guess we could do it here. How the mighty have fallen. No, let's stay away from Chaos vs. Chaos. For now, I'm just kind of all over the place on this last match. Or at least last couple of matches. Can't find the match that is just calling out to me. Let's do Gods of War and Tenkoji. That's going the complete opposite way. And we've done it before, at least as a 6-man, back in March. Will it be 15, and we'll have it be steal the show because Kojima's going to kill it. Only we'd have the old guard beat the Gods of War there. And then we'll have probably we'll do a 6-man. Let's just kind of look and see who we get. Because we could do Mecha Blood with Ryu. And then kind of take on a junior team of like Doki. Yeah, we can either go Suzuki Goon, or we can go with like Logan Gray with the Velocities. Just an idea. I think maybe is no Paris Day Silva is still hurt, so can't do that. I could do Team Filthy, I guess. That's an idea. Do Josh Guarini and Garcia. That is certainly a match. Is give it 12, and we'll have Dragon Lee, Ryu Lee, rather, beat Guarini. Not the greatest match, but Mecha Blood will carry it. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Keep that there. Alright, well, that's our card. And we already got 2 matches set up for the next show. So look at us. We're already getting everything rocking and rolling. As let's see here how the show goes. As 47 for a tour. No, 30 as a match. Not great. Connors and Coughlin. 2 thumbs up, though, for the Young Lion kids. They're killing it. As Nori, spinning Spinebuster. Clark Connors in 1530. Yeah, Jeff Cobb almost did worse than the Young Lions did because of the injury. Not the best way to open up the show, but it is a way. So 41 for Mecha Blood against Team Filthy. Daniel Garcia doing pretty well. And I love to see a 43 there, but yeah, Mecha Blood killing it. Ryu Lee getting the win over Dominic Guarini in 11:44. It's 56 for Bandito, 55 for Falamita, and Ryu Lee actually did the worst of the bunch there. How about that? As Josh Alexander doing well. Just gotta get him over. Just gotta keep it going though. He'll get there. He will get there. It's a 50 for Tenkoji and the Gods of War. As Tenkoji gets the win, Kojima with the sit-up Spinebuster on Connor Kratos, as both of them are off their game. Tenzan outperformed them. It shows you how they fare in New Japan. That's something. Something for the Road 2 shows. The 63, wow. Didn't see that happening. Shingo and Sonata carrying it. I mean, really, GOD did a pretty good job, too, in the 50s. But Evil, pinning Bad Luck Fale with Evil. I was going to say everything is evil. It's a 63, I mean, not bad at all. I'd underthought for Sonata and Shingo. Crazy they're not going to be on that Summer Stroke card. So 55 for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title matchups. As Ray Phoenix pinning Taiji Shimoi after the package pile driver foot stomp combination. That's their first defense of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. So 23:05 as well. Gave him a good bit of time. Phoenix was off his game. Hurt a little bit. El Phantasmo didn't have a prayer. He was still off his game, but Shimoi did pretty well. I mean, not a terrible Junior Heavyweight title matchup. Could have been worse. Also could have been way better at the same time. Thanks to El Phantasmo. So the main event of 59. Wow, who would have thought what a turn of events there. But Tanahashi's going to tap out Suzuki with a Texas Cloverleaf. Jesus Christ. What an interesting finish. At least if you didn't want to bust out the high fly flow, could have done something a little bit different than having Suzuki tap out to something. What an 8-man though. Really Kaiju Tamada and Taiji bringing that one down, and Despy. Pains me that Taiji was the worst guy in the match. Makes me want to flip a table, but some good stuff though for everybody else. Really in Kaiju Tamada, really, everybody else doing high 60s and Sack with a 58. Good stuff. Yeah, we still increased our pop somehow. Who would have thought, though, the LIJ Bullet Club match was going to be the best match on the card? I sure didn't, especially with Fale in there, but there's a lot more good than bad, I would say, from that, I guess, that LIJ Bullet Club match compared to the 8-man main event. But, oh, no, still, we increased pop. That's all you can ask for. On to day 3. Yeah, we got a backstage incident. Let's see what it is. It's Kojima Passing psychology tips to Hayato tomorrow. Hell yeah. Love it. As, we're gonna change the video, and we'll go through what happened at New Japan Strong, and also, so Big Japan has changed owners in the mod, and Yoshihiro Takayama is now the CEO of Big Japan. I love it. I inject that into my fucking veins. Like, I could only imagine how different, just instead of going like a deathmatch route, they're just like, oh no, we're now like a shooter type area now. Yeah, I mean, we're our company now, so we haven't ran Sengoku Lord, or at least we haven't ran there since Sengoku Lord. It's been a hot while. Yeah, the small hall here, as I forgot to add a space. So now it just looks like it's one word. That's alright. That's okay. We'll make it happen. So we already know, we talked about the 2 tag matches I wanted to do. As Brody Lee and Black Taurus. We should just have them beat Dark Order, but that's alright. This is take on the Strong Style Riders of Eddie Kingston and Homicide, who were just at the New Japan Strong taping. They just beat the Disciples of Darkness. I just felt like it makes sense to add that match before this match, where Brody's going to take out Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston pinned, I want to say it was Will Hobbs. Now he's going to get taken out by the Big Rig. By the Exalted One. The man's, the Dark Orders. We're getting there with the Dark Order. And so far, everything has really came into plan, and everything's really worked out well for the Dark Order so far. It's looking good. It's looking good for the Dark Order. It's a slow but steady climb. And then we'll obviously do Hiromu and Bushi, which we should have that be one of the LIJ teams as well. There we go. Against Roppongi 3K. Which, I'll say we've done it, and as far as like the we've done an 8-man, 8-man, and then we also did obviously the 4-way at the New Japan Cup. We'll give it 16, and Bushi's gonna beat Yo. He's gonna beat Yo. I mean, that's a good like mid-card match, and that's a pretty good co-main. We just now need like a main event. And I don't know if Kenta's back yet, because I don't think I even brought this up. So the reason why we've been kind of getting away from like getting away from Kenta and Naito, is Kenta, I sent him on vacation to kind of help buy some time as far as like trying to get some morale go his way. And so he'll be out for at least like the first 3 or 4 days of this tour. So that's why we've been kind of focusing more on the co-main eventing more. But I think he'll be back for the next show at least. So then that's when we'll start building up to that. I'm not really sure. This isn't going to be the main, but I think we're going to go with, just for a match, we're going to have Yujiro on one side, Carl Fredericks on the other, and then it's going to be the Lucha Brothers. Kind of a weird team there, with Carl Fredericks and the Lucha Brothers, and then obviously Ishimori and El Fantasmo. Just a fun little 6-man, nothing too crazy. Just felt like, Carl Fredericks safe, he's a man without a country, type of deal. Felt like it's a nice little 6-man. Have Carl Fredericks gonna... I thought about having him... let's have Pentagon Jr. beat El Fantasmo. There we go, that's better. I forgot I didn't show Strong, so we'll go ahead and do that. So we kicked it off with a Young Lion tag match of the New Japan Young Lions, Kendo Koben and Hayato Tamura, taking on Alex Coughlin and Clark Connors. Of course, time limit draw. So Tamura had a 42, which is crazy, because obviously that's New Japan Strong, that's US ratings. So God only knows what it's going to do as far as, we'll probably book him on this card just to see how well he'll do. And then we all know Shelley and Filthy Tom Lawler is in the main, which Alex Shelley's the man. God bless him. And of course, there we talked about that already. Strong Style Riders beating the Disciples of Darkness. And we had Johnson Gresham just squash kind of Ho-Ho-Loon, because Gresham does well for Strong. So I mean, that's, hey, we got something for him to do at least. As, yeah, now, I want Tamura to take on somebody. You know, I want him to take on, like, a name, just to kind of see what he can do. Now, I'm thinking maybe, I guess we could throw Cobb at him. Not a bad idea. I think Cobb's finally, okay, no, Broken Finger's still there. Squashing that. Yeah, we haven't used Yoshida in a while as well. We got, and Yoshida obviously is kind of out of the Young Lion picture, though, at the same time. But we need to get him some wins. For sure. I'll sub Taiji at him, because I'd love to see this match. Plus, Taichi's a little chilly right now, momentum-wise. He could use a win. We'll give it 12. Taichi's going to win that one. There we go. So, this is going to be a terrible opener, but figured might as well use Jado and Geto the best we can. I think... Oh, is Geto not here? We just have Jado? Oh, I think we have Geto's on vacation. That's right. We need to stop sending people on vacation instead of worried about, you know, just try to... Because we're losing money. We're probably going to lose money this month. It's not great. But we need to stop trying to, like, just send people on vacation instead of trying to pay them off whenever they're upset. So there went that idea. I was going to have him put over Top Flight. We haven't really had anything for High Impact in a while. We throw them a bone. Let's see here. So we got Yoshida, who could, you know, use a win or two. Let's do a 6-man. Do Tomato Finjuice. There we go. As they'll take on the team. I think Dark Order, but I don't think it's going to work there. So we'll scrap that. And we do Crime Time players and Moriarty, I guess. They're kind of like an established thing. Just to get Lee Moriarty involved. Yeah, we'll have this be the Technical Masterclass, I guess. This is going to be a shit show. As we'll have Juice beat Jason Paul. Alright. Here we go. So we just need our main event now. Thinking we could have Suzuki defend the belts. Not a bad idea. Not a terrible idea. As a Menorah Suzuki. Zack Sabre Jr. Let's not do that. See what we got as far as the 8-man goes. Yeah, it's those Suzuki out there. Throw Zack out there. And then we'll probably have to use, obviously, Despy, and then probably Kanemaru. There we go. So there's one 8-man team. Other 8-man team. Let's throw Okada out there. Let's just throw a Chaos team out there. Because I just don't think, obviously, LIJ will have enough. I guess we could do... But we just did an 8-man. Suzuki gun against, like, Golden Ace and obviously, Tomato Juice. So, yeah, let's stick to this. So we'll do Okada. And then it will probably have to be Mikey Nichols. Not great. Not a great start already. But then we'll have Kira Francesco and Robbie Eagles. There we go. Alright. We got something going. It's not great, but it's certainly a match, and we'll have Okada take out Yoshida Kanemaru. Actually, they'll take out Despy. Sorry, Despy. Gotta take the fall there. 20 minutes, yeah, that's fine. Looks like we need a steal the show match. I guess it'll be this. Alright. I'm just kind of looking at the book and oh my god. I just love when you open up that, it's just literally just almost pages long of everyone being used too much. I'm assuming it's from that opener. So let's see what happens here. So that's a 46. It could have been a lot worse. We've had far worse matches kick off shows. Lee Moriarty was the third best guy in the match. Yeah, it's the nice win for Tomato Finjuice, as they beat Lee Moriarty and the Crime Time Players on 14:37. Juice Robinson pinning Jason Paul with Pulp Friction. Good stuff. 35. Oh no. Taiji and Hayato Tamura did the same. Taiji clutch. 9:52. Not great. Not a great match there. That actually should have opened up the show. As then Carl Fredericks and Lucha Brothers taking on Bullet Club of Yujiro and Taiji Shimoi and El Fantasmo. Carl Fredericks, worst guy in the match. Figured. So we about had him beat Yujiro. I'm kind of glad we did not do that and went with Pentagon Jr. just beating El Fantasmo. Yeah, you see there, Phoenix and Ishimori. Ray Phoenix outperformed him there. It's a great sign. It's a great sign there. So 63 for the junior tag match of Hiromu and Bushi against Roppongi 3K, as obviously Roppongi 3K taking the fall rather. It's Bushi tapping out Yoshiashi Road. Good stuff there. So 61 for Brody and Black Taurus against Eddie Kingston Homicide. Brody leaves with a 58. Yeah, look at Eddie Kingston. He's getting better. With a 50. As Black Taurus with a 51. And Brody getting the Brody bomb in 16:21. Main event's a 62. Ooh. That doesn't sound good. As hopefully Okada's okay there. He pins Desperado after the Rainmaker. He has picked up an injury. Luckily, we don't have a lot of big plans, at least for Okada, for Summer Struggle. So if it takes him out of the rest of the tour, sucks, but it's not a huge blow. Hopefully he'll be fine now. And pretty good show. All things considered. Really just the Taiji Hayato Tamura match was a stinker, but other than that, good stuff. There we go. As we'll keep it rolling with more Summer Struggle. Alright, they want us to keep running the differ. Not happening. Ishii's gonna pass Psychology Tips to Rada. Is trying to think where we should go next, because I think we've kind of been a couple of places already, at least in June. So I think we just have Kyushu and okay. So we'll go here first. Yeah, we can have. There we go. That's a perfect spot, at least for. Yeah, perfect. All right. So, for really, I have no idea what I want to do for day 4. I think now that Kenta's back, and I want to think about having Kenta attack him. Just to, again, kind of change up the way we do things here. So we'll have Naito taken, then also be able to do Evil and Hiromu, I guess. Now we can do Hiromu and Bushi, I guess. There we go. So Okada's hurt for at least one more day, but we'll still use him for this. And then we're going to do Francesco and Rocky. Yeah, hopefully Okada doesn't get even more hurt, but he should be fine. So we're going to have Naito beat Rocky. Poor Rock. Taking the fall there. I'm sure we've done this match. Oh wow, we've never done this type of match. Alright. So yeah, and then we're going to have Kenta attack Bullet Club. Hit the ring. Hits a GTS on Naito. Poses with IC belt and never belt. And never. Oh. And we'll have Kenta we'll have Tama and Dongaloa, Yujiro. So plot layout there. We're just gonna throw everybody that we damn near can. Naito, Bushi. Toromu. Alright. So instead of Yujiro, we'll have Taiji Shimoi. There we go. Just at least do something. Then selling. Yeah, and just got everybody else not really rated. Yeah, just a 3-minute segment. Nothing too crazy there. Alright, so it's Evil Sonata. This is the tough part here, because really we want to keep booking them kind of strong, but at the same time don't want to go too strong with it. It's where they should be like taking on Karak Pitbulls again. Obviously that just happened. Yeah, we'll just throw Great Bash Heel. Might as well, right? We've done this at Dominion. I got a Road to Dominion. It's got a 60. We'll do it again here. Sonata's gonna get the win. Not a bad mid-card / co-main. Not a bad spot. Maybe a Dark Order 6-man. Brody. Says Disciples of Darkness. Yeah, and then we'll have Menorah Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, let's do Tankman. Oh, that might be too big. I was thinking about doing a Never Boy 6-man, Lee, Tankman, and Taurus, but I think that might be a little too big. Instead, we'll do. Let's see. We'll keep the 6-man going. And I'll keep that kind of same team. But it just won't be against them. Let's, we'll do Goto, Ishii, and then probably Eagles. Pretty fun co-main. Pretty fun, as Eagles are going to take the fall there. From Black Taurus. Black Taurus is the man. Fun match, though. Fun match. There. We'll have that be the co-main. We got a lot of time for a lot of these matches here. Let's bump this down. Let's give that like 16. There we go. Alright, so we got basically the order that we like there. Yeah, let's do Dave Finlay Jr. and Yoshida. This could be the opener. 10 minutes. There we go. Six-man of... Gosh, there's a Finn Tomato Juice. Or Tomato Fin Juice, rather. Oh, that's right. We just, never mind, we can't do that. I'm an idiot. Let's see. So we got 10 Koji. We got 10 Koji in Yota Tsuji. Actually, we'll have Tamura on that side. Since, obviously Kochima's already given protege tips to him. Then we'll do Filthy Tom. We don't have Josh Alexander, but we can use Garini and Garcia. Yeah, there we go. We'll have this be the opener. Kojima over Karini. I mean, that match is probably going to do better than the Dave Finlay Jr. Hayato Yoshida match. And then we'll have our Steal the Show match. Have it just be a tag. Trying to think who's got some pretty good pop that we can make this work. I guess we do Dangerous Techers. No, let's probably not do that. Yeah, Strong Style Riders and the Super Island Destroyers. We haven't done this match either. Always a good sign when you're booking fresh stuff. It's always a great sign. So I have Homicide, beat Hanare there. Not the best match, but I think it will do okay for where we're placing it. Kind of middle of the card. I think it's the perfect spot for it. It's alright. Let's run day 4 here of the Summer Struggle Tour. 50, I mean, that's not bad. Could be a lot worse. As Guarini was the worst guy with the 34. As the Koji Cutter, 1454. Tenkoji and Hayato Tamura getting the win there, as Tamura was the second best guy in the match. No surprise. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Good stuff there. It's a 30. Jesus. He jumped off a cliff as David Finlay Jr. beating Aoto Shida 10-27 to Celtic Cross. Yoshida outperformed David Finlay Jr. Jesus Christ. It was a 41. The Strong Style Riders beat the Super Island Destroyers as Homicide beating Toa Hanare, the Gringo Killer, 13-15. Yeah, I mean, Eddie Kingston, best guy in the match. Hanare and Cobb with 46s, 47 for Homicide. Not bad. There's a 63, so better already than their previous encounter. Sonata with the skull end on Hanma, 15-34. Here we go. Makabe did better than Evil. I love that. As a 66. And the co-main there, as the Chaotic Pitbulls with Robbie Eagles take the fall to the Brody Lee, Calvin Takeman, Black Taurus, Dark Order team. Black Taurus pinning Robbie Eagles with an Infernal Suplex. Yeah, I mean, Robbie Eagles or Calvin Takeman, rather, was the worst guy in the match. And then it was Robbie Eagles, Tankman, dealing with that 48's tough, but yeah, he's still young. He'll get there. It was Taurus with a 53. Brody almost did the same as Hiroki Goto, and of course Ishii carrying that one. Good stuff there. And the main event's a 73. Dear God, as Naito carrying this one, thanks to Kazuchika Okai's injuries. And Francesco, definitely the weak link, as Rocky getting hit with the Destino. Probably should have been Francesco, but that's alright. As what a win for LIJ. And then the beatdown happens with just a 64. That could have been a lot of different ways, but it works. And Kenta posing with both belts. There we go. As we could have increased our pop in Oceania. That's alright though. We increased our pop in a lot of places. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we just hit the gap there with a 68. I think that's what it was. So good stuff there. Good stuff. Alright. On to Day 5 of the Summer Struggle Tour. We're almost at the halfway point. It's got 5, 6, 7, and an 8. And then, of course, we'll have the last show. It's happening at Jingu Stadium. We're almost there. We're now in July. It's crazy to think we were just in March. It just seems like just the other day, starting this series. Now already at the halfway point of the year. Fun stuff. Alright, so we got another backstage incident. Tiger Mask 4, being a piece of shit, brought 4 wrestlers to court. Accused a fan to pick up his share of the tab on the rental car. Hiroshi Tanahashi found him guilty and sends him to pay the full cost and reimburse his travel partner. Take that, Tiger Mask. Alright, so, I think we just have, this one spot left, I believe. Yep, as, trying to think what would probably be the best spot. Oh, there's not a lot of great places to go here. Guess we gotta go to Menorah Hall in front of 450 people, but in Okinawa for this Summer Struggle Tour Day 5 show. And we'll just 6-man it up with Menorah Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., El Desperado. They'll take on Tomato Fin Juice, Gaji, and Tiffany Jr. Now, this will not be the co-main, or this will not be the main, rather. It'll be the co-main, as Suzuki Gun gonna take the fall. Just kidding. No, Suzuki's gonna beat him. Suzuki's gonna tap out David Finley Jr. Had you for a whirl. No, it's just like, you're a fucking idiot, Max. There we go. That's it. I mean, not the best co-main, because obviously, like, Dave Finley Jr. is going to bring that down, and Despee's going to bring it down, but fun match, though. Fun match there, as what will be the main event will be a 8-man. Little Bullet Club LIJ 8-man. So I'll have Kenta. We'll have GOD. And we'll have Taiji Shimoi. Then, obviously, Naito, Evil, Sonata, Haram. 21 minutes works for me. Kenta's gonna actually beat Sonata. That's actually Evil. Sorry, Evil. Gotta take the fall there. Want to show Kenta's, a viable threat, obviously, in him being the U.S. champion. Want to book him strong as well. On that front, there we go. I got a main, got a co-main. As we do have Top Flight now, and we also have we've always had Top Flight. We now have the Velocities, and I think Jado and Gato are he's still gone. But we can, I guess we can book Jado in a singles match. I really don't want to do that, though. Tell you what, let's do 6-man. So I do Tomoishi, Roki Goto. Actually, no, let's do Ryui first. Bandito, Flamita, and then we'll have him take on Rocky, Francesco, Eagles. We'll have to set for Steal the Show. I know we've done, I was going to say, I know we've done the variation where it was obviously Roppongi 3K. I figured I didn't know if we'd done this already, but we haven't. It was a 56 last time we did it. It should be around the 60 now. The way Bandito and Flamita have been working. That was Wrestling Dutaku. So let's, yeah, we'll have Ryui get the win. He'll beat Francesco. There we go. Tag match, since we've done a lot of 6-mans, just to kind of break the mold. We'll do Coughlin and Connors against Filthy Tom and Daniel Garcia. Love how I try to drag over Filthy Tom. So yeah, I mean, this match is going to suck, but sorry, Filthy Tom's going to get the win. It doesn't matter who takes the fall, really. Here we go, Techno Masterclass. So, I about to say, we've done this before. This was on the New Japan Strong back in April. Got a 39. Probably do about the same here. Maybe even worse because they don't have any pop compared to, obviously, Filthy Tom's got some pop over in America. Boy, tell you what. It's gonna suck, but we'll do it. Reynolds and Silver against, I think either the Velocities or Top Flight. It's tough. I think we're gonna go with Top Flight. Let's say, oh, hit turn instead. Yeah, we've done this on New Japan Strong, and I got a 30. But this time we're gonna have Reynolds and Silver get the win. It's gonna have Reynolds beat. Forget which one's always getting outperformed. We'll just say it's Darius. not great. Not great there. So we need something to add to the card, because I want to have a 6-match card. Try singles. Is Nagata back? He's not. I haven't really used Yui in a while. Do Yui and Show. Yeah, we probably actually... with this match here. No, that's I was thinking about changing that, but no, let's keep it as is. So yeah, let's let's go back to Show and Yui. It's crazy. Show is 30. That's just nuts. So let's say we've done this before. We got a 26 the last time we did it. We're just kind of rebooking a lot of stuff here on this show now. Don't have a lot of fresh matchups, but that's alright. Oh, this is not going to be a great night. We're going to have to be saved by the top half of the card here. 28, you know, it would have been a lot better had they been over. Filthy Tom gets the win, though, with the guillotine choke. Best guy in the match, and then Clark Carnes was the second best guy, and then obviously Garcia Coughlin just a little bit below everybody else. 27. Yep. John Silver with a 49. I don't understand it, but I'm happy he does well in Japan, as Alex Reynolds tapping out Darius Martin with the Reynolds wrap in 12:55. So 33. There, at least that match did a little bit better, as a shock arrow on Yui Mora in 7:48. That's a 49 for Show. He's getting a little better. Slowly but surely, he's getting better. 57 for the 6-man of Mexiblood and Chaos. Mexiblood getting the win, as Riley pinned Kira Francesco. As, yeah, I mean, that's... Riley's been booked pretty strong, even though he's the worst guy at Mexiblood now. It's just hilarious to think about. Pretty good. I mean, listen, you got 6 juniors that can go. Yeah, it's not going to be a bad match. There, as a 58 for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team matchup, as we have Minoru Suzuki pinning David Finlay Jr. The reverse DDT backbreaker, as I could have swore they already had one more defense, but I guess not. So that's their first defense. Suzuki with a 62-61 for Zach, 44 for Kaji D'Amato, and then Despy with a 41 and a 30 for David Finlay Jr. Thanks a lot, David Finlay Jr. It's a 74 main event, Jesus. 8-man pulls off a good rating there, as Bullet Club beating Alosa and Gobodan Abades. They have Pone. That's a big one for Bullet Club. As Kenta hitting the GTS on Evil, getting the win. Evil with a 54. That's not great. It was the worst guy of LIJ. Wasn't the worst guy in the match, though. That would be Tamatonga and Tongaloa, but you know, it's still, I mean, you got a lot of talented guys in that match. I figured that was going to go really well, and of course Naito just carrying that one to the forefront. Another good match, or another good show, really saved by a main event, though. I mean, from a 58 to a 74, that's a great leap that we needed. Alright, so now, on to day 6. These long tours, I'll say this. The G1, I've already established in the schedule that I'm going to do a Block A and Block B, where it's every show, so Block A is going to have their own events, and Block B is going to have their own events, rather. I should have worded that a little bit better, but that's okay. Cleaned it up at the end. So that's going to be, for, quick math, everyone. Usually it's a 9, if you combine them, but if you separate it, obviously, it's going to be 18. So that's going to be 18 shows in one video. That's going to be so long. And we're signing Phoenix to an actual written deal. So that's exciting. As hopefully, because right now we don't have him signed or anything. So we're just kind of waiting, for, hopefully he'll be back in time for, for the actual show, which he should be. He should be signed by that time. So that's exciting. We'll have Ray Phoenix now full time. Alright, day 6. Again with the goddamn differ. As Ishii passing dips on micro work to his protege, Rada, who we have yet to use. I'm still just waiting for the right time with that. You probably for the. Luckily, you know, it's not. I about ran it in America. I was so thinking we were booking strong. And we could run Osaka. Not a terrible idea. See if we can find. Yeah, close. I mean, it'll be a little understaffed, but maybe not. We'll try to go somewhere we can actually just sell it outright. As that can't go there. It's tough. It's tough to find. I haven't ran here since it's. Boy, oh boy. This is always a tough part. It's deciding where I want to run the goddamn show. Yeah, I mean, we haven't ran here in a while, even though it's only 450 people in the gym. Yeah, I mean, it's just... Might as well. Might as well. Alright, so... Yoshiashi's back. I want to have a big, like, Yoshiashi Return match. After his broken arm. We'll do Okada. Do, Yoshihashi. Actually, let's do Yoshihashi. With, the Chaos team of, Kier Francesco in show. So a little different. Obviously, we'll do Bandito, Flamita, and then we'll obviously do Ryu Lee. Yoshihashi is gonna beat Ryu Lee. Not that's something I'm not proud of. They just came back from a broken arm. We're gonna give him some love. Gotta give him some love. We'll give it 13 minutes. That could be a fine, like, mid-card match. As far as, like, tag-wise, just kind of think what we could do. I haven't had the Disciples of Darkness have an actual New Japan match in a hot minute. Decisions here. Boy, oh boy. Let's... Yeah, let's do High Impact. Do a junior tag match. High Impact versus, Top Flight. There you go. That's a match. It's surprised we haven't done this before. This is a very fun match here, though. It's gonna have to get carried by Desmond Xavier, but fun match, though, nonetheless. There we go. We're just kind of doing, like, the undercard stuff, I guess, first here. We'll do another tag as Yota Tsuji, Yui Mora, gonna take on the team. I mean, I guess we could throw Great Bash Heel at him. Yeah, I'll say we've done this a lot. We've even done this at Dominion. We'll do it again here as well, that was a 6-man at Dominion, but nonetheless, though, you know, it's might as well. Might as well. And we'll have it be actually, no, we won't have it be a technical match class. We'll just have it be there. Yeah, and then so now Mexican Blood is close to being the co-main, but that's okay. Trying to think what be. We've used Gresham a lot on New Japan Strong, so we could maybe throw him out here. Which, speaking of, we have to show you the show for New Japan Strong. Yeah, let's use Alex Shelley. You know, Alex Shelley, weirdly enough, Ring of Honor released him in the mod, just kind of out of nowhere. Just felt like it was for no reason. So we're going to sign him to a written deal now. He's Alex Shelley. As, yeah, I mean, we could have him and Connors or Coughlin. Either way. We could have Alex versus Alex. Yeah, well, let's do that. It's gotta be a technical masterclass, but should be fun. There we go. So now, yeah, we did an 8-man, now we're gonna do a 6-man. So we'll do Kenta and Naito. Kenta with, let's see, we can go all heavyweight. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do just God since they're gonna do God and Evil and Sonata. You know, might as well have this be one of the main events. We're gonna give it some time. We're gonna give it 25. It's probably actually that's too much time for who's all involved in this match. We'll just give it 17, and we're gonna give Naito the win. He's gonna pin Tonga. Actually, Tonga Loa, since we're already at him. Might as well, right? There we go. And that will probably be the main. And we need a co-main now. Let's try a tag. We'll do... let's do the Kayak Pitbulls. And, let's exclude booked. Now, let's keep them off it for now. Because I really have nobody for them. Yeah, especially as like a co-main match. I guess we could do Suzuki. Actually, yeah, let's do Suzuki, Ibushi. Yeah, let's, or not, Suzuki and Zack against, Tanahashi and Ibushi as the co-main. That could main event. Honestly, that's a great match. Have we done this before? Is a tag match? Doesn't look like it. Is it like a 2v2 match? Alright. Yeah, 20. And, Tanahashi's gonna beat Zack. Oh, do we need to steal the show? I'm assuming. I guess we'll have it be this, even though it'll be a shit show. There we go. So Alex Shelley wins at the Border City Stretch in 1509. They didn't click, but it's still, you know, not a bad opener, especially compared to the openers we've had in the past. Top Flight, High Impact. High Impact get the win as Desmond Xavier taps out Darius Martin, but it's just, it's not great. At least Dante Martin with a 40, though. That's nice to see. Darius is still a far, far ways away. He's off his game, though, so at least he was probably, like, in the low 30s, but it's still not great. 47 for Great Bash Heel and Yui Mura and Yota Tsuji, as Togi Makabe with a flying knee drop on Yota Tsuji. And 18-17, that probably went way too long, looking at that back. Jeez, that should have been cut down by at least 8 to 10 minutes. That's bad. As 48, Bandito now with drummer's elbow. Hopefully he's able to wrestle at least. So, Chaos get the win as Yoshiashi gets his win in his return, tapping out Ryu Lee. Now you got a 47. Now Ryu Lee wants to show out. Great. So we should have had him beat Flamita, but that's alright. Still an okay match. Could have been better, but it could have been worse at the same time. It's a 68, though, for the co-main, as Tanahashi pinning Zack Sabre Jr. with a Dragon Suplex hold. 68 for Kota Ibushi, best guy in the match. And 67 for Tanahashi. 61 for Menorah Suzuki. And that's 60 for Zack Sabre Jr. It's a 71 main event. Tetsuya Naito is just killing it. He's just carrying everything, as Naito with the Destino and Tonga Loa in 1631. Good stuff there. Sonata was the second best guy in the match. Alright. Good love for Sonata there. And again, we keep on increasing popularity. Hell yeah. I mean, so far, we have not had a bad show yet this tour, which is great. I mean, you can't really ask for anything better than that. As, yeah, then on to, now we just got 3 more shows left, 7, 8, and 9. Thank God, as this tour has been quite long, and I am ready for the end. I tell you that much. As I don't know what I'm gonna do with that G1. Like, that's gonna be just a nightmare. Just a nightmare to record. But I'll get through it. You know, as yeah, now we got Shelly now. Perfect. Desmond Xavier's now gone. We need to bring back Josh Alexander too before we get to the Day 7 show. Alright, Day 7. I think now we pull the Osaka show out, and it's yeah, the prefectural gym, Wakayama. Alrighty. So just oh, we almost forgot. Ran through the backstage incident page. Oh, we got a couple. Yujiro brought for wrestler's court, accused of being absorbed by his phone when he should have been paying attention. Yeah, he's got to check up on his fucking toots. He's got to make sure they're doing their part. He's got to get paid eventually from that, as the judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sends him to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. And then Ishii's giving some psychology tips. Harada some more. There we go. Alright. So just, you know, this is a random ass match, but it's got to be done. Tiger Mask 4. He's going to beat Zachary Wentz just because Zachary Wentz has one match left on his deal, and I just want to bring them both in instead of having kind of trading one after another in a singles package when I could just bring them over as a tag team. It's just much easier that way. So we're going to have Tiger Mask beat him in like 10 minutes. There we go there. Wow. 7 minutes. Jesus Christ, Tiger Mask 4. Hang up the boots. Give it up. Let's see if we can talk him into it. I know he's angry with us. So, oh, that ain't it. Yeah, maybe it's... Oh, goddamn it, Tiger Mask, you stubborn bastard. And then we're gonna... Now that Jado and Ghetto's back, they're getting dropped out. As they'll be taken on Top Flight. I was about to say, we've never done this one before. I don't know if we should have this be a technical masterclass or not. I mean, either way, it's going to be bad. At least Jado, yeah, because, I mean, Jado's technically sound. I mean, compared to the two. Definitely, Jado's more technical. So we'll have Dante get the win over Ghetto. Booker Man's taking the fall. He's going to be super pissed about that. He's going to be highly upset. Keep them both strong. Yeah. Worked, though. So now, we'll just kind of see what else we can do as far as... For the rest of this, we only have 2 more. We got Day 7 and Day 8, and then, of course, the actual end. So, thinking here. So we could do Kenta. Do Kenta and Ishimori. And then have Naito team with Phoenix. Well, it's kind of... Makes no sense, but it's just in the sense of heavyweight in like junior, or I guess Intercontinental in this point, and then the junior title match. Is the thesis behind this one. So we'll have Naito. Actually, we're going to have Kenta be Phoenix. It's probably for the best there. Should be a fun match, though. I did not check to see if... also, I forgot to show the New Japan Strong show, so we'll go ahead and do that. So, on paper, it was one of my favorite ones I've done. Golden Ace against Strong Style Riders. Bandito and Desmond Xavier. Gresham and Yehai. And then we had to throw another match in there, so I threw Limelight over Garcia. Garcia outperformed Limelight, which I had a feeling just off of just looking at their stats. Like, he'll probably be in the 40s. Well, Limelight's going to be in the high 30s. But we just haven't used Daniel Limelight before. Figured it was the time to do it. Gresham beats Yehai. I mean, that's a fun match there. I can't believe I only got a 37 because of somebody's pop. I want to say it was probably Yehai's. And this got some pop killed for it as well. Which I was surprised, because both of them are, like, still in the low 20s. But still, you figured it'd be enough. It was not. Actually, I think Bandito's high, maybe in the low 30s, actually, instead of high 20s. And then this match, actually, Kingston was the best guy in the match, funny enough. But I think we had Ibushi beat Homicide. It was just a fun match, though. Just all things considered. I mean, it was again, it's not like we're losing Pop, so I can just kind of toy around and just have fun with it, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where we were at. So now we need some undercard, or not, co-main event and mid-card stuff. So let's just exclude booked here. Let's throw Ishii, Goto, and and then Yoshiashi. I was trying to think what was the beginning Never Openly 6-man team. I don't think it was quite like this. But yeah, then we'll have. Let's see here. Who should they take on? I'm thinking a Bullet Club team. Actually, no, we'll just have them take on the champs. Yeah, we'll just have a Never Openly 6-man championship matchup. Zack and El Desperado. 20 minutes. Have Suzuki beat Goto, which will also lead to a tag title match there, so that's fun in the near future. Goto was unhappy about the booking, and then noticed the glancing, intimidating sight that is Minoru Suzuki cracking his knuckles and glaring. Yeah, I would not try that. I don't care if he is 50-some years old, he will still beat the fuck out of you. And, yeah, now we can just do some mid-card stuff. Let's do a tag match. Let's do a Tomato Juice tag match. Can't go wrong with that. Tomato Juice against... Let's do Rocky. Actually do... Mikey Nichols and Robbie Eagles. Let's do the Aussies. It's a fun little match for just a mid-card setting. Juice is gonna pin Nichols. I wanna see if we've done this before. I could have swore we have. We haven't. There you go. And I believe we'll need a Steal the Show match. Do another tag. Just always a safe point there. Let's do Josh and Filthy Tom against the Super Island Destroyers. So obviously Tom's going to get shellacked because of the pop, and so will Josh. But I think it should... I mean, it's not going to be a great match. Who am I kidding? It's going to get killed for pop reasons, but... Jeff Cobb beat Josh Alexander. I mean, Josh Alexander and Jeff Cobb in the same ring. Give it to me. Sign me up. I'm there. Fun match, though. If, you know, they had pop. Put that about right there, because Juice is going to carry that match there. I mean, not a great tour date, but, you know, I think the main event's going to carry it for sure. We got a Never Openweight 6-man title match. We got a lot going on. We got a lot of chaos action as well. Yeah, let's see how it goes. So, Top Flight, Jado and Geto till 17. Yeah. Yeah. Not great. Not great at all. Let's keep it moving. Because, of course, they didn't have enough time. Because, of course, they'd finish early. Then we get it back, though, at least with Tiger Mask and Zachary Wentz, as Tiger Mask 4 getting the win with the crossface chicken wing suplex. 5:42. Poor Zachary Wentz getting jobbed out to Tiger Mask. And this match sucks. It's to 27. Super Island Destroyers beat Filthy Tom and Josh Alexander. Cobb was the best guy. Tonari was the worst guy. I figured so. I mean, at least Jeff Cobb and Filthy Tom did well, and Josh Alexander did pretty well. Now, it was off his game. It could have been a little bit better, but still. Not great. Jeff Cobb went to the Tour of the Islands, though, in 1308. Oh, man, Jeff Cobb, I'll try to rip Filthy Tom Lawler's head off. I need that in the octagon. You getting just an Olympic caliber wrestler than Filthy Tom Lawler. And I'm assuming Jeff Cobb's stand-up game wouldn't be that great, but still be a fun little fight as Tomato Juice, Robbie Eagles, beat Tomato Juice rather beats Robbie Eagles and Mikey Nichols. Jesus Christ, as Juice pinning Mikey Nichols with the freshly squeezed. 12:46. Yeah, Juice carries it. Robbie Eagles, second best guy in the match. Wouldn't have suspected Kaiji D'Amato being the worst guy, though. That hurts my soul. That's alright. We'll keep it going. Oh, as we got another injury on the tour, as Despy's goes down in the never openweight 6-man tag title matchup, as Suzuki pinning Goto with a reverse DDT backbreaker. That's their second defense. It's Ishii with a 71, 61 for Goto, 61 for Zack, 58 for Suzuki, 45 for Despy, and Yoshiashi with a 41. Not great for Yoshiashi there, as Tanahashi at least tried to carry that one. Not great. It was a 65 main event. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not upset with that negative teammate rating because, I mean, honestly, it probably wouldn't make sense there. I mean, they've never teamed before, so it wouldn't be that great, but would have been nice, though, if that wasn't the case. But Kenta pinning Rey Fenix will go to sleep, 22-44. Good stuff, you know, Kenta Shimoi. What a team. Love it. Naito still did well. It's a 58, which is definitely the worst show we've done so far on the tour. Still increased our pop somehow. I don't know how. Just by a fucking miracle. So now we got the last day of the Road 2 shows. And I can't believe we made it this far. Maybe we're back into the 70s as far as pop-wise in Japan. That'd be nice. At least maybe we'll be after the actual Summer Struggle and Jingu Stadium show runs. But I'm hoping for the best, you know what I mean? I'm just hoping that everything goes well. Nobody gets injured on this last night where we need them. And hopefully everything goes well. As Tamura's been in... I kind of glanced over that he's been in All Japan, but he's also been killing it in All Japan. Like, him and Yuji Ino, he did a 51, you know, like, stuff like that. This 60, like, he had a 56 with Daisuke. Yeah, like, that's crazy. He was doing so well. And I felt like that was a good idea, in theory. I was just like, but then he got hurt somewhere around here. He got hurt, I thought. But nonetheless, though, you know, he was only out for a little bit, at least. So when he came back, we were able to use him. Yeah, I mean, it's 35 pop. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for the Hato Tamura push. We just wait for him to get out of the Young Lion phase. And so, yeah, and on to day 8 we go. Alright, so, we were going to do the tag match on Summer Struggle in Jinju Stadium. It was going to be LIJ, Evil, and Sonata against GOD. But I just realized, I was like, well, we're not using Jay White. We haven't used him the whole tour. And we aren't using Shingo on that show. Why not just make it a 6-man? And just kind of... I felt like that's just the best case scenario there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a 6-man. As Ishii's passing on tips on microphone work to his protege, Harada. So yeah, that's what... Make an executive decision right there. I feel like that's the best case scenario there. Because the main event for this show, since it's the go-home, we'll have a big-ass 8-man. So Evil, Naito, Sonata, and Shingo. And then Kenta, Jay White. We'll just do, we'll bring GOD from over here, and then Jay White. There we go. I just think it's for the best. I'm gonna give it 27 minutes. Long time. Long time there. As, boy oh boy, who to put over? Let's have Jay White get a win here. Let's have him beat Evil. Sure. There we go. Good stuff there. As I was just kind of curious. I was just like, what team was that? Oh, it was Taguchi. Okay, so it's Taguchi and then Makabe and Yano. Just kind of an out there team. But I didn't see how long Despy's out for. Let's see. Oh, we could perform surgery. Damn it, missed it. That's alright. Well, perform surgery afterwards. So that way we won't have to vacate the belts. Taguchi's a little upset, and I sent him away for a month, thinking that was going to work. It did not work, so the plan backfired there. So again, we're going to put Jado and Geto over somebody. Looks like it's going to be the Velocity's turn. And we won't have this one be the technical masterclass. We'll just keep it 8 minutes. True London's going to get the win. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do Rocky Romero to kick off the show. Rocky Romero and Gavin McGavin. Because why not? As Rock's going to beat him. Since we're using all the Aussies on this last show here. There we go. So now we need something, that we just need kind of the mid-card up. We need something to steal the show. You know, we could do Disciples of Darkness and Strong Style Riders. It's a thought, you know, we've done it before where Strong and the Strong Style Disciples, or the Strong Style Riders, that's a sick name though, the Strong Style Disciples, as we'll probably have Disciples of Darkness get the win this time though. So we're gonna have, we're gonna have Tank Man take out Homicide. Just to add a little wrinkle. Feel bad for the Strong Style Riders, you know, because sometimes they get booked well, and most times they here in New Japan they end up losing. Just feel bad, because I love them. Love Homicide, love Kingston. Just, is not their time right now. Let's see what else we can do. Tengoji. It's always fun to book them. Yeah, we'll do Tengoji and the Super Island Destroyers. Done it once before. It was at the Best Super Juniors where the Super Island Destroyers beat them. And pretty much around the same thing here. You know, Jeff Cobb's going to beat Tenzan. There we go. Oh, not a great showing so far, at least. Because I'm assuming Tenkoji and the Super Island Destroyers is going to be better than that Disciples of Darkness and Strong Style Riders match. I'm assuming. Could be wrong. We'll actually let that be regular. This one steal the show. We'll let the old guard steal the show with Cobb and Onare. Alright, so we need a co-main. We need something that's pretty convincing. And I think the best way to go about it is to add Mexa Blood with Ryu Lee. And then we'll have Roki Goto, Tomoe Yoshiashi. Just to kind of see how bad Bandito's going to be in that tag match. As Flamita is going to beat Yoshiashi. Thought about having him beat the tag champs, but figured, hey, might as well just do this. Alright, well, that's the card. We're getting saved by the main. That's how that's going to go. 49, though, not bad. Foreign Devil for Rocky Romero over Gavin McGavin. 14.55. I forgot we ran this at the differ. That's alright. We're back in the differ. As 34 for the Velocities. As they beat Jado and Geto. That's a 48 for Paris de Silva. 46 for True London. 35 for Geto. 33 for Jado. And 39 for the next match. I'm glad we did not have this steal the show. It's Calvin taking me with the Doomsday Plunge. So yeah, I mean, he outperformed Homicide, but Kingston was the best guy in the match there. That's a tough one. Tough one to fall for the Strong Style Riders. So yeah, well, I was visibly upset to the match because Homicide almost injured them with a botch move. As the Tenkoji Super Island Destroyers match, pretty good. Hanoi with a 50. There we go. Cobb with a 47. He beats Tenzan, Tour of the Islands in 14.06. So 60. Oh, and now we have another injury. If Flamita is down. That does not sound good. that type of separation is not good. As Bandito, that injury's taking a big toll on him too. I mean, that's just kind of what happens when you're being a workhorse. You know, you're going to get hurt on these tours, especially on these long tours like this when we're using you just about every show. Not great. Oh, man. And it's Yoshiashi who did it. Way to go, Yoshiashi, you idiot. As a 71 for the main event as Shingo. As Bullet Club beats Los Ingobernables as Jay White pins Evil to Blade Runner. Tetsuya Naito was the best guy in the match. 66 for Shingo. As he was the second best guy, though. As really nobody else was close. Like, Kenta was 61, but still. That's crazy. Then 57 for Sonata and Evil with a 56. Jay White, though. At least Jay White's getting better. It just would pain me seeing Jay White do so poorly. Hopefully he can get back up there as far as into the 60s. 66 of not bad. You know, not a bad show. Sucks about the injury to Flamita because that just cost them probably a tag team title match. We'll have to find a replacement for Goto and Ishii to take on. As, yeah, that will, now, down with the Road 2 shows. No more fucking multi-man matches. No more 6-match cards. We're now here for Summer Struggle in Jingu Stadium. Hopefully it's a sellout. That's all I can hope for. As, yeah, that's gonna be some exciting stuff, hopefully. And hopefully it's one of our better shows. Because, I mean, on paper, it's got me a little nervous. You know, Kenta just did a 61 there. Obviously it's a tour show, so he's not trying to go all out. But at the same time, you hope he does better. You know, you hope he does better than that. Then we got Strong tonight. And, yeah, we'll see how long. 2 months. Let's see how the surgery is. Complications. Now it's 3 months. Not good there. See what happens. Another complications. 52 days. Jesus. Our surgeon's got shoddy hands. Well, I guess. I mean, do we vacate the belts now? That's, because that's, I mean, it's basically 2 months. That ain't it, Chief. That is not it. Alright, well, yeah, that's, on a downer note, we'll, get you guys through the Summer Struggle in Jinju Stadium. I guess at the Tokyo Dome. It's, yeah, Summer Struggle in Jinju Stadium. So we'll, obviously, TV side 2. It's New Japan World. There we go. Backstage, of course, it's Harada getting some more psychology tips. And, so obviously, Jinju Stadium. It's going to be close. Yeah, it should be a sellout. Be close. It'll be very, very close. We might have to throw Okada on the card. Just to make sure we have a sellout of Jinju Stadium. Very crazy, though, that we're close to a sellout of the Tokyo Dome. My God. My God, my God. Alright, so everything's pre-booked. We'll just kind of go through Kenta, Tetsuya Naito, of course, main event. Both men vying to, you know, one's vying to staying, being a double champion, one eyeing to become a double champion. But it's Tetsuya Naito who comes out in the end and beats Kenta there in the main. And in the co-main, never open-weight title matchup, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Menorah Suzuki. And Hiroshi Tanahashi gets the win there. Pretty straightforward so far, I would say. And then, in a Jinju Stadium death match, Jon Moxley is going to beat Brody Lee. So I was going to actually have it be a death match. But they're like, oh, we can't do that, you know. Probably doesn't, you know, the fans will hate it. So I went with the old Texas death match, but we're going to call it a Jinju Stadium death match. Pretty fun stuff there. I said it was going to be a special singles match, but I didn't think I had all that in store. As, because I want, you know, because you know, at the start, I was like, the IWGP Tag Team title match will go on there. But since, you know, everything that's happened, I actually think Bandito, and now it's going to be Mexa Blood, it's going to be Bandito and Ryu Lee against the Chaotic Pitbulls. They'll still get the win, but I just think the Texas Death Match should go on next. As, yeah, Ryu Lee's actually too small, which is, I told him to bulk up, because right now it's at, you have to be a lightweight, so I'll just put it for small for now. That way it doesn't get marked as, like, a non-title defense. As, oh, There we go. So then we're going to have the junior heavyweight title matchup. Rey Fenix, Taiji Shimoi. Ishimoi's going to get the win there. It's really no surprise. That should be a banger of a matchup. Then Hiromu and Sho, which is going to be a steal of the show. As we're stealing the show with Sho. As Los Ingobernables de Apollo versus Bullet Club in the 6-man. Shingo's going to beat Tongaloa there. Or is it going to pin Tongaloa? Then Pentagon Jr. and Phantasmo to have there. So yeah, obviously we still have plenty of time. And I want a technical masterclass at somewhere on this card. I was hoping for an 8-match show, but it might be a 10-match show the way it's going, just because we need a technical masterclass somewhere on the card. Let's see, we got Okada. Let's do Okada with, let's exclude everyone that's booked, just so kind of everybody that's chaos. Let's do Okada with Yoshiashi, probably. So poor Yoshiashi there. Thought about Mikey Nichols, but might as well just do Yoshiashi. So he's going to team up with, I was thinking Francesco. Yeah, and then we'll have Kota Ibushi with tomato juice. Kaji Tomato. As we'll do Kaji. There we go. Just a match, nothing too crazy. It's an undercard match. Nothing to see here. As we're gonna have Okada get the win, because, it's Jingu Stadium and it's Kazuchika Okada. Yoshimaru is gonna take the Rainmaker. Might as well be involved in the finish. If you're gonna be in the match with Okada, might as well take that Rainmaker. At least have something going for you. Yeah, and I think then we'll have a technical masterclass. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. I was thinking Shelley and Gresham as a team. Yeah, but I don't I don't know. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Because, I'm really just trying to think what would be the best kind of case scenario for a technical masterclass in the opener to where it still would work. And then I guess we could do Zack. And then we'd have to do another Suzuki gun guy, so it's going to have to be Kanemaru. Alright. Well, this is certainly something. We'll have it be 15, and Zack's going to tap out Gresham. Intriguing match, just, especially something that I just kind of threw out of nowhere. Alright. And then we'll have our 2 pre-show matches. So let's see, as far as tag-wise, what we can do. So Jado and Gato out there against, Reynolds and Silver. So we'll have old John Boy beat either Jado or Gato, or it doesn't matter. And then we'll do a singles. Throw the Young Lions out there. Throw Kento out there against Tamura. As one of them win. As Tamura and Kento will go the time limit draw. Let's make sure it says time limit. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. 51. Obviously Tamura's killing it. I can't wait. I can't wait till he's not a young lion anymore. That's gonna be something. Say, the next pre-show match, it's 48. As John Silver with the Enziguri on Jado. Tony Inoki smiling about that one. John Silver's just like, oh, we gotta impress him. Let's just throw an Enziguri at him. Like, the crowd have a big pop for that. 69 for the opener, Jesus, as Zack Sabre Jr. with the Sabre driver on Gresham. I mean, yeah, having Zack Sabre Jr. and Alex Shelley in a technical masterclass match, who would have thought that would go well? I mean, Zack and Kanemaru is an intriguing little team. Or juniors go. I mean, it could have been. It's a heavyweight junior kind of clash. Because obviously, Zack's the size of a junior. He just, has always been a part of the New Japan kind of heavyweight tandem. And, I mean, Shelley obviously had his years in the junior division in New Japan. And is he a junior now? Is he maybe. That'd be actually a very fun match to do, would be Tanahashi and Shelley. I don't know if we'll ever do it, but I just feel like that'd be a very fun match to see. This didn't go well. It's Pentagon Jr. and El Fantasmo. A top rope Styles clash? Jesus Christ, Pentagon Jr. Well, he's busting out the big dog at Jinju Stadium. Jesus. The Fantasmo, though, with a 59. Good on him. It's a 48, though. That's tough. A 6-man gets a 70. So Okada with a 93. Just fucking putting this match on his shoulders. And carrying this one. He kills Kaiju Yamato, the Rainmaker. Yoshiashi got outperformed by Kaiju Yamato. Francesco's almost in the 60s. That's a good sign. Juice is off his game. Ibushi, 78. Could have gone a little bit longer, I guess, but that's fine. Ooh, a 55. Oh, we did a slow-down approach. And we didn't... God damn it. That's tough. Would have been a pretty good match, but... It's a 55 nonetheless. Los Ingobernables de Japón beat Bullet Club. And Shingo pinning Tangaloa with the main Japan. Jay with the 60. 69 for Shingo. 65 for Sonata. 57 for Evil. And a 47 for Tonga. And a 46 for Tangaloa. It's a 63 for Hiromu and Sho. As Hiromu with the time bomb. And 11:45 a 74 for Hiromu there. Yeah, that's the Hiromu carry right there. For a 63. A 69 for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title matchup. Taiji Shimoi beats Ray Phoenix, even though Phoenix outperformed him. So, fair fucks to Ray Phoenix there. That's awesome. But Ishimori makes his first defense, beating Ray Phoenix. So, 69 again. Oh, an elbow MCL sprain for Bandito. That ain't good. As Ishii pinning Ryu Lee with the vertical draw brainbuster. And that's their third defense. The IWGP Tag Team titles. Ishii killing it. Goto killing it. Bandito killing it. But I don't know what happened to Ryu Lee there. But an elbow MCL sprain. Goto caused it. God damn it. It's a 68 for the Jinju Stadium death match. So when I was booking this, at the beginning, it was just kind of my vision for this save. It's like, well, Brody's going to beat him here. But then I was just like, well, we just had John lose. Let's get him a win here. It's a death match. It'd be very fun. Probably could have went the other way, having Brody win. But I thought it was fun, giving John Moxley the win. And that's a fun spot, too, with the Jinju Stadium death match. As John Moxley gets the win in 21:57 with the Death Rider. So 74 for the Never Open Weight. And they don't click, huh? Yeah, it's not like they just had one of the greatest matches of all time at King of Pro Wrestling or anything. Jesus Christ. It's still 74, though. We'll take it. As Tanahashi makes his first defense as Never Open Weight title. I can't believe it. 25 minutes, though. Tanahashi gets the win in the main event. It's a 78. They have good chemistry, thank Christ. Naito was off his game. That's okay. Still a good match, as that's his third defense of the Intercontinental title. Tetsuya Naito wins in 33 minutes. He wins with the Destino over Kenta. And, man, hey, we did the damn thing. The main event was the best thing on the card. You love to see that. The John Moxley-Brody Lee match was carrying with kind of the rest of the title matches. And it just 1 point down. But, man, the Chaos Ibushi Tomato Juice 6-man, if that wasn't on the card, this would be a very, very different card. But thanks to that match, really helped everything out. Pentagon Jr. and El Fantasma did worse than the Young Lions match. So that's sad. But really, other than that, everything did pretty well. Obviously, I fucked up the 6-man there with Bullet Club and LIJ, but What can you do? Sometimes that happens. You're just booking things too fast in the pre-show, in the pre-bookings page, and you're just like, ah, fuck, we fucked up. But that's all right, though. I think I had it at 15 to where I probably should have just kept it at 16, but that's fine, though. I mean, Jingu Stadium, 37,000 people. Almost to 38,000, we're just 70 shy, I guess 67, you want to be an asshole. But this has been definitely a process, where I think the mod, obviously, any, kind of current real-world mod, they try to make it, a challenge, which is respectable. And I think also, too, this kind of reflects what New Japan was doing in 2020, kind of even before the pandemic, because where it was it looked like it was kind of going in a, kind of a downward slope, New Japan was. Especially after kind of 2019, when it felt like it was the first time it was all right, this was not the first time where it was better than the previous year type of feeling. And so, we're getting there as far as the ratings. Kazuchika Okada definitely is the best guy on the roster. That's the truth. And the Tanahashi Suzuki match could have been a little bit better if they would have clicked, but that's all right. But everything else is, we're just there. We're just right there. I want to get an 80, though. That's the goal. Let's get an 80 overall show rating. And if we get there, which I think we can, so we're going to give some love to Naito. We're going to give some love to Kazuchika Okada for his performance. And it's tough to really call the third person. Actually, Ray Phoenix, because, he outperformed Taiji in a title match, so good on him. But we'll get there. I think before the end of the year, we'll have an 80 overall show. Just the way things are going, the way our roster's improving. Just seems like it'll be that point. As that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And now we go into King of Pro Wrestling. And we'll talk about what we're going to do for King of Pro Wrestling at the start of that episode. But it's going to be very intriguing, I will say this. Just to kind of a little teaser. So the idea that Okada had about the King of Pro Wrestling title, we're going to use kind of that same idea for that show. And it's going to play into Wrestle Dynasty, which is obviously going to be the episode after that. So a lot of things are gearing up, for New Japan right now. Because we got, obviously, King of Pro Wrestling, we got Wrestle Dynasty, and then we have the G1. And that's going to be huge. And we'll be basically on our way to Wrestle Kingdom before we know it. It's just, it's nuts. As I thank you all for watching, and we'll be the Jado and Ghetto retirement show. It's going to kick off the tour, so that's fun. So we'll catch you guys there. Take care, everyone.